Have you drinking mayo before?
I have. I drank a half a cup of it on stream.
Mayo is not a beverage. I have a talk show called In the Hole where I invite mostly VTubers and I sit down, talk with them, have a good time, maybe play a game or two. I recently invited Girl DM, a VTuber that's godlike at Minecraft. Wait, hold on. Not Minecraft, Minesweeper. Similarly to how I did it with Mika. So today, I will be debating Girl DM on certain topics. It turned out to be incredibly fun and I had a great time. And while I won't spoil, I feel like I definitely hit the nose on certain topics, if I do say so myself. And I will go ahead and show you that video, but beforehand, I have a couple of things to say. I'll put the timestamps in the description for all the different debate topics, as well as for the intro and for the sponsor of today's video, GamerSupps. But before you fast forward, I do have to tell you two things, very quick things before we get into our sponsor. One, today, I will be going on to Taka's bar. Taka, who is a VTuber, and I did not know this, but he was one of the voice actors for the Dragon Ball Z Abridged series. He has a show on his Twitch channel where he invites different VTubers and they invite into like a bar atmosphere and they all talk and they have a good time. I've expressed interest in coming into the bar, and that's what I'll be doing today at 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, 12 p.m. Pacific. I'll leave the link to his stream in the description down below. And on my stream at 2 p.m. PST, I will be streaming the Face Connect new VTuber debut watch along. I'm a huge fan of Face Connect. As you know, I have done In the Hole episodes with Pippa and Tenma, so I'm a big fan of the Face Connect girls. I also am a big fan of Leah. She's really cool. I'm excited to see these new VTubers. So over on my Twitch, I'll be doing a watch along. Maybe I'll do a bingo card. That'd be fun. So link it in the description down below. I'll see you guys there. And now to get into our sponsor of the video, GamerSupps. GamerSupps is a delicious energy supplement company that supplies with delicious flavors, caffeine-free, and with caffeine if you want to have energy to be able to game for extended periods of time, or just a little pick-me-up. You can get the flavors with caffeine, and if you want a more caffeine-free experience where you just want the flavor, you want to drink it at night or at any time in the day, then you can get the caffeine-free flavors, and that's what I normally do personally. They also have all sorts of different shakers, from waifu cups to different types of shakers. Right now, they have a polarized shaker. No waifu cups as of right now, but they do have all sorts of different flavors right now, including a brand new lemonade flavor. So if you do want any of these brand new flavors or the new cup, you can go in the description down below, click my link, and you can get 10% off of anything on the website, or just use my coupon code COCO to get 10% off as well. Thank you so much, GamerSupps, for sponsoring this video and being a great affiliation to this channel, and thank you guys who use my code to be able to support my channel and to get some cool stuff. All right, guys, let's go and debate Girl DM. There is one thing that I would like to do right now, actually. I would love to do a little segment with you. This segment, as you guys know, if you guys are reoccurring watchers of In the Hole, you guys know that I like to throw segments, games, whatever. And I do have a game or a segment I like to throw at you. I kind of went over it with you already, but this next segment is what I like to call no. I'm not gonna do it. I was thinking about calling it this, but I'm not gonna. It is called Debate Duel. There was talks of calling this section Master Debation, to be a master debater, but we are going to debate. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little terrified, because when I first heard about thought about this idea, I'm like, dude, this will be so cool, right? This is gonna be so great. And when I pitched this idea to DM, I was like, dude, what do you think about this? And she's like, that's great. But the thing is, you said it in a way that made you sound like really excited. And I'm like, I think I messed up. So anyways, here's how it's gonna work, all right? Here is the game. We are going to be debating on certain topics. When it comes to the topics, we're going to be picking from a bowl, which I have right here, the set of topics. I have a coin that we're going to be calling heads or tails, and you and I are going to be assigned a side. So you can choose which side you want to be assigned, and the one that the coin chooses will be the one to debate it, and then the other person has to debate against it. For example, I'll give you guys an example. We flip a coin, it's heads. Let's say I'm heads, and the topic is watching anime dubbed is the only way to do it. I would have to basically try to convince everybody that dubbed anime is the only way to watch anime. After that, I will throw it up to the chat. Then DM goes. She's gonna try and convince you guys the opposite, and we're gonna throw up a poll and see who wins. And we have about 90 seconds. So, chat, are you guys ready for this? We're gonna need your input. Which side of the coin would you like to be?
Heads, please.
So you're always going to be heads. If it lands on heads, you're the one that's going to be debating for this. If it lands on tails, I'm the one that's going to be debating for it. All right, let's choose from this bowl of topics. The first topic, you should put milk before cereal. Here we go. It is tails.
Ha!
You have to be kidding me, dude.
Do you have your timer ready?
All right, here we go. You should put in milk in before cereal. Here's why. Do you ever feel like your cereal gets too soggy? Do you feel like you want to enjoy your cereal nice and crunchy the way God intended it? Here's what you do. You just put the milk in first, and then you put the cereal so you can let it float. You have the right amount of milk. It's like wood floating on top of water. It's easy to scoop out, and guess what? Whenever that happens, just like a piece of wood, the wood doesn't get all the way soggy, right? There's always like a half soggy, half crispy, or half dry, half wet. And that provides the perfect combination for you to eat your cereal. Anything more than that, any wetter than that, is going to be completely soggy. You know, when you put milk in on top of cereal, it's cringe. It's terrible. You should 100% put milk before cereal.
Wow, that's so passionate. Well done.
I want to die. All right, and it's time for DM to do this.
Okay.
All right, are you ready?
I'm ready. You should always pour the milk after you've added the cereal. You want to know why? Because cereal floats. And when you put milk in first, you are not going to be able to judge properly the right balance of the milk and cereal, and it is going to be too much milk. That's what's going to happen. So you put the cereal in first, you pour in just enough milk to start getting it to the right level of buoyancy, and your food is just ready to go. You don't have to worry about any splashback because it's the morning, probably, when you're eating your cereal, or you're drunk and it's late at night, so you're gonna have a hard time. Like, if you do that opposite way, you're spilling everywhere. And some cereals are actually designed to have a longer soak. So if you're gonna have like grape nuts or shredded wheat or anything, those need a good long amount of time to soak up the milk. And the other cereals that you have are going to be just even better with that combination there, you know? It's just as it's intended.
All right, go ahead and put up the poll now. Everyone's crying. Standing ovations.
Would you like to know something just heinous, by the
What?
way? I prefer milk before cereal. The only time I like having the milk added after the cereal is if it's like something like grape nuts, because I like Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and it gets really, really soggy. I don't like it. Like, I like it when it's really, really crunchy, and then you get the cinnamon milk afterwards.
The chat is furious. They're about to like roll reversal. 95-4. Are you kidding? That's on you guys.
You should have figured it out, chat.
You guys got freaking owned. Round number 2. What the hell is this? This is another cereal one. Is cereal soup or salad? We're going to basically, whoever thing goes first is the one that has to do soup. All right.
Yep.
It's tails. I have to convince you guys that cereal is soup.
And I have to convince you it's a salad. Okay.
Okay, here we go. All right. Soup is when you eat something liquid. For example, cream of mushroom, tomato soup, Wisconsin cauliflower soup, cheese soup. What makes a soup? The liquid part. Now, what else is considered soup that has not only liquid, but a solid substance? You got chicken noodle soup. You got the little pieces of chicken. You got the little pieces of noodle. You got all sorts of different things like that, and it's still considered soup. Now, with all that being said, what else that sounds familiar has that exact same definition? Cereal. Cereal is liquid, milk, and there's a solid food substance, the cereal, like Cocoa Pebbles, like cornflakes, like Cookie Crisps. If chicken noodle soup is soup, then why isn't cereal soup? It's just a breakfast soup. Anything more than that is just incorrect.
Okay.
You know, to be honest, I wasn't expecting me to do that, but I'm kind of spitting. I don't know how people are saying who let him cook. Come on, dude. I was kind of spitting there. It was not. That's true.
Well, why you boring me? I'm right.
Anyways, all right. Are you ready for the salad?
I am ready. I am. So, Many people may argue that cereal is a soup, but I would like to suggest that it is a salad. Now, some people are going, but there's no lettuce in it. Have you heard of potato salad?
3 days!
Egg salad, fruit salad. There are many sweet salads. There's Jell-O salad. And when it comes down to that, it is simply having something sweet with dairy-based stuff added to it. Jell-O salad is Jell-O with whipped cream. Whipped cream is not but whole milk that's been whipped up to make it fluffy. So having cereal, which has sugar to it, you can also have cereals that have fruit added to them as well. And then also having the dairy component added being the milk. It is indeed a salad. It is a sweet salad, a dessert salad, if you will, but a salad nonetheless, because the amount of milk that you can add to it determines on how liquidy it is. And I'm sure you've had like macaroni salad when people have like, they don't quite get all the liquid out of the macaroni there, and it's just a little bit soupy, but it's still macaroni salad. So what I would like to say there is that cereal is indeed a salad.
You guys are so biased. You guys are so
this
stupid.
is harder than it should be. Cereal salad! Yeah! It's not what we think, it's who has the better argument.
You know what? At least it was better than the previous one, to be honest with you. Next one. What the hell? Mayo should be considered a beverage.
It's going to be really entertaining if you wind up having to argue for again.
I don't want to argue this, bro. I don't. Am I tails or head? I'm okay,
head.
so
I'm
you
heads,
have to argue that mayo is a beverage. It's heads. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready for it. Much like milkshakes, mayonnaise is a blend of fats and oils. Also, since it is majorly made with eggs, which are a good source of protein, I'm arguing that mayonnaise should be considered a protein shake, which is indeed a beverage. Now, it's also would fall under keto, I believe, as well, because of the fats on that as well. It's low in sugars. And you might be saying, well, you can't drink it unless it goes through a straw. From personal experience, I do know mayonnaise does go through a bubble tea straw, much like milkshakes and other types of thicker beverages. You need to have a larger straw for it in order for you to actually, because it's quite viscous. So you need a larger straw for you to be able to build pressure with it that way. You can also make it so that it is whatever viscosity that you're preferring for the drink to be, much like when you're making protein shakes and you choose how much of the powder you want to add to it to adjust the amount of protein. And also it's completely natural, and it would be a very healthy drink for if you're trying to build up muscle, you know?
Have you drinking mayo before?
I have. I drank a half a cup of it on stream. Used a bubble tea straw, because normal straw you can build enough suction to actually get the mayonnaise through that.
Good luck. What do you mean? Mayo is not a beverage. Mayo is a condiment. Mayo is something that you put on your sandwich. You don't drink mayonnaise, you eat mayonnaise. If I drink mayonnaise, you might as well be drinking Jell-O too. And Jell-O is a hard substance that you can chew on. With that being said, mayonnaise should stay that way, because if that's the case, this shouldn't be a thing that we should be discussing. Mayonnaise is something that should not be drunk.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Can we get a topic that I can actually, All right, round 4. A hot dog is a sandwich. Heads.
Heads? I get to argue a hot dog's a sandwich?
You get to argue that it is a sandwich.
All right. So the beauty about hot dogs is that they are a customizable one-handed sandwich, because essentially a hot dog is just taking a meat and bread and toppings of your choice. You can put on ketchup and mustard, you can put mayonnaise, you can put onions, you can have grilled onions, you can add cheese, just like any other sandwich that you would put meat with. The only thing that makes the hot dog different is that it is easy for you to hold in one hand, and you don't have to worry about both slices of bread just slipping off. It is simply a sandwich that has been turned on its side to make it easier for you to consume while you have a beverage in one hand, or if you're driving or anything. There's a wide variety of other things you can add to the hot dogs. There are like carts that are just designed for all the different types of toppings you can have. I've seen BLT hot dogs, which is literally a sandwich, because that is what it is. It is but a sandwich you can eat with one hand. That's sideways.
There is that. My turn then. There's 2 types of people in this world, ladies and gentlemen. There's people that eat sandwiches and there's people that eat tacos. Now, what is a sandwich? Some could even go back to the very beginning. It's two pieces of bread sandwiched. That's where the name came from. Between there's two breads, then there's a whole bunch of different sort of things. Lettuce, meat, cheese, all sorts of different things to be able to make this sandwich. Now, the concept of a hot dog is not necessarily to be a sandwich. The hot dog is a vessel for the dog itself, not necessarily for it to be a sandwich. It never was intended for it to be a sandwich. You could argue that it could actually be a taco, because what is a taco as well? A taco is a vessel for all the ground beef. It's a vessel for the cheese, the sour cream, all that good jazz, but not a sandwich. The beauty of a sandwich is how it all cohesively comes together to create a sandwich, while as a taco and a hot dog is made specifically to vessel the actual meat itself, not as a sandwich.
Did you not notice that I focused specifically on the bread aspect of a sandwich? Tacos aren't made with bread.
What do you mean? How did I that?
The logical fallacy of not addressing that a sandwich is slices of bread.
You know what? I'm not gonna go into it. I was about to go political.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Hell yeah, brother America. Round 5. It is better to watch the anime than to read the manga.
Oh. You can do it. You can do it. Come on. Hype yourself up, dude. You got this. You got this.
It is better to watch the anime than reading the manga. Here is why. Do you ever read something and you just want to see it for your very own eyes? Some could argue that you could just imagine it. But who wants to imagine anything? You want to see it with your very own eyes. I won't believe it until I see it is what I go by. So with that being said, whenever you watch anime over reading the manga, you get to see your favorite story come to life. And you can visualize, you don't have to imagine it, you can just see it. So your brain will be more stimulated, as well as you will be able to follow a lot better, because there are actually some people who can't read. Now, I'm not gonna mention who or anything like that. And some people choose not to read because of this too. They can't read, but they can see things and they can basically adapt to what they're watching, and they can try to see like everything that's happening right in front of them. With that being said, anime is better than reading the manga because all the cool fight scenes. Do you want to see still frames? No one wants to see still frames. People want to see action. People want to see that moment of tears falling down their eyes.
Yeah? You ready to set the timer for me?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm ready to go. So, do you know why it's better to read the manga than to wait for an anime thing to come out? You have to wait. If you read the manga, you are getting your regular installation, whether it's weekly or when the entire series is completed, to its full length. And depending on how it's published, it is completely within the creators' rights and their abilities, especially in the modern day, to serialize it themselves, just like Mieruko-chan started off on Twitter, and you can just upload it yourself as your manga, and there are platforms that help support for this. The other thing that happens with anime is major disappointments. Promised Neverland Season 2, anybody? That absolute disgrace. When you have to wait for an anime, you just have to hope that it's going to a studio that has the budget and the staff that are actually going to do due diligence to this series. Do you know how many animes just oh, one season, it's done. Oh, let's just make the anime ending the way that we think it should go. When you have a manga, sometimes you have to fall to the whims of the serialization and what their managers say and their editors say. But that artist also can create a new story on their own volition and their own whims and give you the full experience that that is deserved of that series.
Can I add something though? Boobs.
Yeah, they won't animate the ones that are have the most visuals, sir, because it's not permitted for those animations to happen.
The jiggle physics.
Oh.
I want to see what other ones. There's a couple more. Hold on a minute. These are pretty good actually. Why VTubers should not be considered a legitimate form of entertainment. That was messed up, bro.
Oh, I could argue on that one.
Out of curiosity, what would you say?
I think I would have argued that it was manipulative and using the cute avatars or like anime-based things are trying to manipulate people who are in pursuit of like nostalgia for their childhoods or their cartoons and such, and working the angle that it's targeting an audience that is too young and impressionable, and inviting them to spend their money in a way that is manipulative.
Yeah, but you can argue about that with everything.
Oh, 100%. It's just when you're doing a spot-on debate, it's just what arguments can you identify that you can make your cornerstone, because you can completely argue opposite to that, because like anime is targeted towards adults for the vast majority of it, so therefore it's not targeting towards children. And when it comes to children being the audience that's viewing on it, that's more on the responsibilities of their parents and not getting a firm education in what type of content is okay for them to be watching at their age range and what kind of interactions are okay to have.
Yeah, true. Big round of applause, everybody, please. And thank you, chat, for being here, obviously. Hopefully you guys like being in the middle and being the mediator to all these shenanigans and stuff like that.
Yeah, thank you for your overwhelming votes towards what is true and correct in debates.
And seeking the truth.